Yo, welcome back, YouTube. It's Edwin the Comic Jabroni coming at you today. I got a special video for you. I've heard all of you say, hey, when are you going back to Half Price Books? We want to see hauls from Half Price Books. Well, you're in store for a special video because I've got a 50% off coupon from Half Price Books. Yesterday, I had a 40% off and I picked up some stuff. Today, I'm at a different Half Price Books here in San Antonio. So stay tuned to see what I picked up. All right, guys, welcome back. So if you saw at the very beginning, I talked about going back to a Half Price Books this weekend. And not only did I go to one, I went to 3 different Half Price Books. This last week, Half Price Books was having some sales going on, and I received in the mail some coupons. And Saturday was 40% off your highest priced item, and then Sunday was 50% off. But what I did was I had the coupon that was sent to me in the mail, and then I had an online coupon that was sent to me through my email. So I decided, hey, let's go to one Half Price Books and use a 50% off coupon, and let's then go to another one and use another 50% off coupon. And in the end of the day, it paid off because I found some great stuff. Guys, thanks for watching the video. If this is your first time watching one of my videos and you're interested in more Half Price Books hauls, or you're interested in new comic book day reviews, speculation tips, variant videos, think about hitting that subscribe button, guys, and joining the hashtag Comic Jabroni Nation. So in this video, I'm going to go over which Marvel books I picked up, which DC books I picked up, and 3 indie titles. Although one of them is a Marvel DC mashup, so it's not really indie, but we're gonna throw it in there anyways, guys. And at the very end of the video, if you make it all the way there, I have a special giveaway because I just recently hit 900 subscribers. So you're gonna want to stick around to see what the giveaway is and what you got to do to enter. So let's get into it. We're gonna start off with indies. So when I go to Half Price Books, guys, I'm going through all of their bins, everything that they have there. And sometimes I run across some pretty awesome independent titles. The first one being from Dark Horse Comics. This is X issue number 1. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know anything about it other than this book picked up a little bit of heat last year because when that Major X title came out from Rob Liefeld and Marvel, people were going back and saying, hey, this looks a lot like this character X from back in the 90s. So when I saw it for $1, I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and pick it up and let's see what all the hullabaloo is all about, guys. Next book up we got. Now, if you saw my video last week, I picked up Boris the Bear. I believe it was issue number 13, and I had never seen Boris the Bear before, and it's from Nicotat Comics. And just so happens that when I was going through Half Price Books comics, I found another Boris the Bear, and this is going to be issue number 27. I like these Boris the Bear covers, all black, which makes it kind of hard to get in a higher grade. I like Boris the Bear, how he's portrayed on this cover, kind of like how he was portrayed in that issue 13 as the Punished Bear. This one, he's kind of got the same outfit on, he's got the gun. Cool to me. Now, the last book that I talked about that is not an indie, but it's a Marvel DC mashup, and it led to the Amalgam universe. This is going to be Marvel vs. DC issue number 2. Now, this is straight up 90s, man. Marvel versus DC. This series allowed readers to choose who would win in these battles between a DC character and a Marvel character. So you saw Superman versus the Hulk. You saw Green Lantern versus Silver Surfer, Wolverine versus Lobo. And it all really had to do not with the power set or the special abilities of a character, but really it was a popularity contest, right? So Wolverine beats Lobo, and in actuality, Lobo would probably destroy Wolverine, right? He's just that powerful of a character. But Wolverine is one of the most popular characters in the history of comic books, so fans voted for Wolverine, and he defeats him. Guys, if you've never read this Marvel vs. DC, it's 4 issues long. but it is pretty darn good. I have to admit that I enjoyed, this is one of the first comic books I really remember reading back in the 90s, was this Marvel versus DC. Picked up quite a few books from DC. We're going to start it off with Frank Miller's Ronin. This is book 6. Little worse for wear, a little beat up, as you can tell right here. It's got some scuffs, but you know, it's a black, all black cover. It's really hard to find in a high grade, and honestly, it's a hard book to find in general. This is pretty much the first time I've ever actually seen it out in the wild, but I had to pick it up, guys. This is Frank Miller goodness. You know, a lot of you guys remember Frank Miller from Batman's The Dark Knight Returns. So this is a book that I've never read before. It is book 6 out of, you know, it's a 1 through 6 miniseries. I do not have issues 1 through 5, but it starts the collection. I get it into my personal collection. It's a book that I feel like I needed to have in my PC and to get it out of Half Price Books, guys. If you've ever been to a Half Price Books, you know they don't really take the best care of the titles that they have. Next book up, this is Two-Face Year 1, issue 1 of 2. And I also picked up Two-Face Year 1. This is issue number 2 out of 2. So, quick little mini series on Two-Face in the Year 1 story. Decided, you know what, since they had them both in there, let's go ahead and take it. Next up, back in the, I want to say it was like the late 90s, Stan Lee did a Just Imagine series, and it was kind of Stan Lee's take on the classic DC superheroes. So he did books on Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Superman, but I found the one that he did on Aquaman. This is one that I have not read. I have read quite a few of them. I think I've read The Flash, I've read Batman, I've read Green Lantern, his take on Green Lantern and Superman, but I've never read the Aquaman one, and to tell you the truth, is one that I've never seen out in the wild before. This is the first time that I've actually seen this, so was happy to get that. All right, so next up from DC, this is a title that I'd never seen before, and I actually saw it. First time I'd ever seen it was last week in my comic shop, and they had all 3 issues. But the price I had it at, I just didn't really want to pay for it. But I'm happy that I found at least one of them. It is a mini series about the Joker. It's called Batman, It's Joker Time. So that is book 2 out of 3. So now I am on the hunt. I'm searching for books 1 and books 3. As always, you guys know I'm a Batman fan, and I don't want to call myself a completionist of the Batman series because there's just so many titles, and a lot of them are super expensive when you get into that golden and silver age. But I did find Batman issue 463, you know, and at $1.50 for a Batman book, I just can't help myself. I want to get it out of Half Price Books and put it into my personal collection. Here's a title. This is going to be the first Animal Man book that I have, and it is Animal Man issue number 8. It is a Brian Boland cover. I believe this is the first appearance of like the second Mirror Master or something like that. I don't know a darn thing about Animal Man, but for $1, guys, I couldn't pass it up. Brian Boland cover. I did see it in the Key Collector Comics app, so I decided let's go ahead and pick that up. Next up, we got The Flash from the Rebirth series. This is issue 1 of The Flash. Didn't have that issue in my collection. And then I got book 1 out of 3 for Green Lantern Dragon Lord. Don't know much about that, but I have been reading a lot of Green Lantern on the DC Universe app, and I've been enjoying what I've been reading with that, the Sinestro Corps War. I have read I've read the whole series of Blackest Night. So that whole Jeff Johns run, I've really enjoyed Green Lantern. So when I saw this, and it didn't have a price on it, so the guy marked it down to $1. I paid $1 for that book. And really the big DC book that I picked up was Batwing issue number 20, and I grabbed this for $1. This is that first full appearance of Lucius Fox Jr., I think his name is, as Batwing. It is not issue 19. Issue 19 is the big one that you want, and that's going to be his first appearance, but this is his first full appearance and his first appearance as Batwing. And the Key Comic Collector app says that it's a $30 book. I'm not entirely sure about that, but for $1, guys, you can't pass those opportunities up. That's it from DC. Let's jump into Marvel. And all right, so Marvel, like I said, that's where I used my coupons. The coupons were 40% off your highest item, and then and Sunday was the 50% off your highest item. Those are going to be towards the end. I'll let you know when those are. First book up though, we got New Excalibur issue number 1 with this whole Dawn of X and that Excalibur book coming out, which, you know, I really liked. It wasn't my favorite of the Dawn of X, but it was still better than some of the others that I've talked about in recent past. So, New Excalibur issue number 1. Here are 3 books that I could not believe I saw in the back issue bins. First is going to be Amazing Spider-Man issue 328. McFarlane goodness right there with Spider-Man punching the Hulk. And as you can see up here, I got it for $2.50. I think that's an incredible price for that cover. That's usually one that you'll see at your comic shops for maybe 10 to 15 bucks. You know, Spider-Man, McFarlane in that 300 range. Another one that I couldn't believe I saw. This is Amazing Spider-Man issue 346 with Venom on the cover. And this one, it's a little bit more beat up. I grabbed 2. They actually had 2. This one was $1.50. It is a little bit more beat up than the next one, and this is the same issue, 346, and I paid $2.50 for that. So was able to get 2 copies, and those are Amazing Spider-Man books that I did not have in my collection, but now I do. Next up, we got a couple Incredible Hulk books. I love going through the Hulk section on, you know, back issues and just seeing the Hulk goodness that there is. This is Incredible Hulk issue 267. I like that background with the rainbow background on there. And I grabbed Incredible Hulk 312. I will let you know that at Half Price Books, some of their more expensive books they put into like this this kind of glass case, you know, and you either have to get them to open it up for you so you can look through it, or they have this center opening where you kind of just dig your finger. I effing hate that. But they did have Incredible Hulk 377, the first print, but they wanted something like $15 for it. It wasn't in the, it was in okay shape, maybe like a 7.5 to 8.0. I already have it in my collection. If maybe it was the second or third printing, I probably would have picked it up, but they did have it. I just, I'm good. I didn't want to grab that. Next up, more Incredible Hulk. This is from the Planet Hulk series. Incredible Hulk issue number 100. So I picked that up. Planet Hulk, in my opinion, is one of the best comic stories of all time. Now, that might give me some thumbs up. That might give me some thumbs down. People might say, Edwin, you're crazy. I absolutely loved it. Now, these issues are going to be the only ones that I actually have in that series. I have it in trade paperback. It is one of my favorite trades, and I read it at least once a year. I love that Planet Hulk story, which runs into World War Hulk, which is okay, not my favorite. It's still pretty good, but I think Planet Hulk, guys, is such an incredible story. Next up, we got Incredible Hulk issue 103. I believe this is when Hulk marries the woman that he met on that planet. And the next one I got Incredible Hulk issue 105. So as you could tell, these did not have price stickers on them. So Half Price Books, what they did is they took the price down here and halved it. So this was a $3 book. I grabbed that for $1.50. $1.50. Now, I'm going to throw in a video right here, a video clip, and you're going to see that somebody must have came in recently and dropped off a huge selection. Well, not huge. It was a pretty decent size selection of Uncanny X-Men, right? In the Claremont run. And then it's some, between 170 to 220 or so. There was, some good issues in there. So I'm throwing the video in, as you can tell right here. They had some great books, but some of them were a little bit more expensive than I really wanted to pay. Being at a Half Price Books, I'm not thinking, man, $10 for this. No, I'm good. But I did see some books there that I wanted to get, and I didn't have in my collection, so I decided to pick those up. First up is going to be Uncanny X-Men issue 176. I like this Cyclops cover. I actually saw it behind the counter. When I went to go pay, I saw it up behind the counter, and I asked the woman, hey, is that anybody's book? Did somebody, put that off to the side? And she goes, nah, I don't think so. So I looked at it for $2. Give me that book. I'll take that one. Next up, we got Uncanny X-Men issue 191. I actually grabbed 2 copies of this book, and this is the first appearance of Nimrod. So if you've read House of X and Powers of 10, you know Nimrod is going to be playing a major role in the X-Men in the future. So I didn't have this first appearance. I think it is a cheap, affordable, underappreciated first appearance. Nimrod is, you know, a Sentinel, a higher level of Sentinel. So definitely had to grab that. And I grabbed, this is the last X-Men book, is Uncanny X-Men issue 239, which I want to say is the first cover appearance of Mr. Sinister and maybe his second appearance overall. I could be wrong on that, but I think it is his first cover appearance. Now, these next three books are what I used my coupons on. This first book is what I used my 40% off coupon, and that's going to be Spectacular Spider-Man issue 225. You got this glowing hollow disc there, which is a 90s gimmick all the way. This is the first appearance of, I believe his name is Phil Urich as the Green Goblin. So had to grab that. Got 40% off of that. Next up, we got the Invincible Iron Man issue number 150. Absolutely beautiful Iron Man versus Dr. Doom cover. Use my 50% off coupon on that. You know, black cover, so it's going to show a lot of wear and tear. So there's some dings on the side, but still for $5, because it, you know, it says $10. Use my 50% off coupon. I got it for $5. I think that is a steal of a price on that book. Dr. Doom has been getting a ton of love here recently because he's been, you know, in quite a few different Marvel books. He has his hand in a lot of things going on. And then the last book I got, guys, the last book, and then we're going to get into the giveaway. This is Giant Size Conan the Barbarian issue number 1. This is the first cameo appearance of Bellet, who you know is a pirate in the Conan world. I think it's his love, like he loves this woman. They get married or something of the such. But again, $10 price tag. Use my 50% off coupon. So I got this for $5. I am a huge Conan fan, and a lot of that probably has to do with my love for Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I love, you know, the act. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger, and him being Conan in the movies kind of lends itself to me just absolutely loving that character Conan. I've been trying to collect as much Conan as I can, guys. So that's what I got from Marvel. You saw DC, you saw the indies. Let's get into the giveaway. So as you guys know, Walmart has been doing these 3 comic packs for Marvel for a while, and this last week there was one that got, you know, a lot of hype from Comic Tom and the guys on Key Comic Collector, and I've seen it on Facebook, I've seen it on Instagram. People were going out to the Walmarts to pick up this issue, and that's going to be Spider-Verse issue number 1, which is the first appearance of that Spider-Zero, and I believe she makes her cover appearance too on this variant cover. So while I was at Walmart, I saw this book, and I was able to find a second copy of it, guys. So I just recently hit 900 subscribers. So what I'm going to do is one of you is going to win this copy of Spider-Verse issue number 1. But on top of that, I had an extra copy of Captain Marvel issue number 1. This is the Art Germ variant with the long hair on there. So these 3-pack of comics I'm going to be sending out to one special subscriber. And as always, all you have to do to be entered into this giveaway is be subscribed to the channel, like the video, and then comment down below. I want to be entered into the giveaway. Edwin, those are awesome books that you got from Half Price Books. Have you ever been to a Half Price Books before? If you have you picked up some fire there? Did you pick up any gold? Let me know. But that is the giveaway for 900 subscribers, guys. We are on our way. We're climbing the ladder to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm hoping by the end of the year that I can make it to that, guys. So thanks for watching this Half Price Books haul video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like I said, like on the video, comment down below. Even if you hit the dislike, that still lets YouTube know that people are watching my videos. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time. Take it easy. Peace.